queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who'll do whatever his highness desires.
Yeah, big fat nigga, off rip, big fat, got pulled like a crossbow, green like a snot nose, don't fool with lost hoes, keep the Glock close, case a nigga try to meet me at the crossroads. Sheesh, made it out the mud to the top floor, upscale hood, baby, shop at Costco. Small but I'm hard like a gallstone, back against the wall, let it ring like a wall phone. I let it purr in the cat fight, light skin but a nigga ain't half white. Every beat I'm on is a crash site. 7 years old when my dad died, no cap, my experience was serious. Get reary around the myriad of niggas that's amphibious. I had to learn to keep my sucker small, nigga, period. Savages, law evidence, hard to grapple with, ravenous, ghetto fabulous, well established, catalyst for every daddies is who be the maddest when you ain't doing bad as them. Hey look, big fat slim chance that I rock with ya. Ice cold with the stick like a popsicle. 5 kids, I'm fertile. If you ever touch a bro shells in your back, Ninja Turtle. Cowabunga, don't ever succumb to a lame nigga selling you dreams. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than a. Yeah. Mirror, mirror on the wall, I'm the fierce of them all. But them a nigga out here realer than the queen. Hell yeah. Use a hoe. Yeah. Use a hoe. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum.
Queen.
Asase a mponenwa awo die mu a wo sanma ya adane die me beru a medanwo meti ase a medanwo dre damini fat dre.
I am the earth and water, I am the full moon, I am the first mother, the universal womb. They call me sacred lotus, wisdom of the can supreme, the mothership that brought the first terrestrial being. I come from distant planets, and now I have returned. I am the great goddess come to you in human form. Mysterious by nature, I hold my magic wand, cast my cowrie shells and read them in the dirt I stand on. My power is electric, you feel it in my gaze. I will live on when others perish in the end of days. They call it immortal, I move through space portals. My body turns to dust, I traded for a better model. I am the shrine keeper, civilization teacher. I am the sun's reflection and the divine receiver. I birthed the last giants, now called the juggernauts. When I designed the trees, I made the roots from my Nazi locks. I am the fertile ground, and I am heaven's skies. I'm made of dark matter and full of pure light. I'm just a tiny proton inside the smallest atom. I am a black hole pulling stars inside my chasm. You think you know me, but my name eludes you well. I am your consciousness, and I'm your dream spell. I am but all things, yet I am none at all. Enemies fear me, but mostly they just respect and awe.
Something, as we say, I'm compelled by a spiritual force that I cannot resist.
Besides Niyashe can't keep fast by the Shay.
Which means a spiritual force that I cannot resist.
I am the earth and water, I am the full moon, I am the first mother, the universal womb. They call me sacred lotus, wisdom of the kind supreme, the mothership that brought the first terrestrial being. I come from distant planets, and now I have returned. I am the great goddess come to you in human form. Mysterious by nature, I hold my magic wand, cast my cowrie shells and read them in the dirt I stand on. My power is electric, you feel it in my gaze. I will live on when others perish in the end of days. They call it immortal, I move through space portals. My body turns to dust, I traded for a better model. I am the shrine keeper, civilization teacher. I am the sun's reflection and the divine receiver. I birthed the last giants, now call call the juggernauts. When I designed the trees, I made the roots from my Nazi locks. I am the fertile ground, and I am heaven's skies. I'm made of dark matter and full of pure light. I'm just a tiny proton inside the smallest atom. I am a
black hole
pulling stars inside my chasm. You think you know me, but my name eludes you well. I am your consciousness, and I'm your dream spell. I am but all things, yet I am none at all. Enemies fear me, but mostly they just respect it all.
They always thought Africa was something dark and mysterious because of lack of knowledge. If you want to go to Africa, go back to Africa. You know, all those kind of negative things that try to make you really feel bad, but, you know, it just shows their own ignorance. Because I feel good about my Africanism.
Look, a lot of people want people to stop playing with them, but to be honest, you first gotta stop playing with yourself. You gotta see yourself as a gift to this world. You gotta know that you know that you know that with every fiber of your being, that you that nigga and that bitch. That you the shit even when your shit stank, and that you big even when you try to shrink. You gotta know you're monumental, colossal. You gotta know you got big energy.
Hey, what I look like playing small as big as I am. They say I think I'm that nigga, that's cause I really am. Man, stop playing with me, had to say that to myself. My biggest win was remember who the fuck I am. And that's on God, that's on mama and my ancestors. Every fall was just teaching me how to stand better. Now I'ma stand for my better self. Therapy inside my music, feeling like some better help. Now I walk around, never let the crown tilt though. Say we living in the last days, baby, this is what I've been built for. I'm the one that y'all sent for. God heard y'all cries, then she hit my line, okay, 10-4. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I got so much on my plate though. Hungry for my best, so I won't let it go to waste though. Beefing with my past, that shit is cooked just like my steaks though. Well done, that's what God said. Couldn't tell you where to find the L from, it's not an option. Woke up to the version of myself I love the most. These birds want my bread, so I let them watch me toast. Cheers to the joy that just took over my body. I just made 100 racks off what people call a hobby. That's that God body elevation. Watch my levitation. They don't understand the growth, they rather credit Satan. I'm just saying I got magic in my bones, royalty inside my DNA. The world is just my throne. Fuck a demon time, God time is better. If they can't read the room, then I'll probably write a letter. Dear whoever, you were made from the dirt that has magic. If there's no space for you, then let them have it. You were made for greatness. Your energy ain't made for all these spaces. Why you think I'm on this track spitting harder than some braces? Remember who you are and never change it. You're a living God, so just learn to embrace it. Yeah.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind, target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind. Or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
This is medicine music, prescription of frequency with a dose is influenced by the state of the culture lacking some nourishment. Hella deficient of love, they needed encouragement, but taught to get numb off the drugs. Started to notice the loose screws, 10 of my toolbox, cause how can you mend an issue when you got a bruised heart and mentally been scarred, physically been barred, ready for rebirth, but spiritually it's been hard. Let me take you through some steps that I done learned, loved one, cause it don't happen overnight, this healing's earned, loved one. It come with practice, releasing your distractions, setting healthy boundaries and managing attachments. We made in God's image, but we started walking backwards when we gave away our power by submitting to a master. Then they pimped our infrastructure, changed the pricing in the package. Told you if you want it back, it's in blood cause they attacking. If you wanna free your mind and free your spirit from the toxic, gotta vow to kill the poison of the snakes that's in your garden. Only giving your attention to the things that bring you honor. Keep your vibe sucker free and your circle free from drama. Shit, life crazy when you really think about it. And shit could get wicked if you really ain't moving solid. I'm praying you don't risk your whole life just for $1. And you conquer your demons before you end up getting conquered. So I gift you this medicine music. Yeah, I gift you this medicine music. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. Belly of the beast to swallow you up for profit. Call it capital gains and they ain't even lifting proper. I aim to break the cycle my grandma passed to my mama, cause the DNA carry generational wealth and trauma. Encoded with a message, unfolding to your blessings. If you walk in your purpose, you can heal your family lineage. Work smart so I can leverage all of this time invested. Sing about me when I go, I lived everything I was destined. Victory over obstacles, 2020 my opticals. Cutting out all distractions, applying knowledge, I got the tools. Lesson learned that I got it, you junior die. Spark the fuse, step die. Spark the fuse, no way I'ma lose this weight I carry heavy, but my ancestors heavier. Thought I was moving steady, but now I'm moving steadier. Gave my burdens to God, and now I'm feeling merrier. Got my eye on a lover, imagining I can marry her. And now it's come a time where you gotta pick a side, or whether or not you gon' contribute to Earth's demise, or if you gon' be one of them ones that embody light. Cause the future gon' be fucked up if the kids can't live their life. So I offer you medicine music. Yeah, I give you this medicine music. Yeah, ayy. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. I gift you this medicine music. Yeah.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with a cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency. Frequency.
I love you, I love you. Until I love you, I love you, I love you. Until I find the way.
You are watching evolution of a goddess. Such an awful blossom, I'm stirring up who gossip is true. Cause I can make this flow come through your faucets. I can turn human to a possum, niggas play dead. When I spew the ink, they think I'm inciting they bloodshed. No, this is self-advancement. This a nod to shedding the old me in exchange for second chances in life. I once murdered dreams, married to light. Damn, double homicide. Had my ass shook like I got cabaret ties. The main event of my demise appeared as soul suicide. Sitting at that 9 to 5, knowing I can fucking fly, knowing I don't win a ride. No, I ain't prepared to die. Cubicle funerals had me dancing with death instead of painting my beautiful unsuitable condition. All this talent concealed, I'm losing a sense of self, but who gon' pay these bills? I'm saying God took a time with me, I know I'm the shit, but if you let it, life gon' treat you like a regular bitch. Stagnant in norms, excuses are born. My flesh getting torn, it's stretching its limits, cause it keep trying to compete with my spiritual business. I listen to my future just blistering from the weight of my shivering. Fuck it, do it scared, do what they wouldn't dare before your bones beyond repair. It's peaks, valleys, and prayer. Life ain't no crystal stair, coughing up the carnage in compartments. And renewal needs to carpet. Got a message from the darkness that I am that royal sparkle, not no Meghan Markle kind, but genealogy a sign I'm more Maxine, reclaiming my time. Fuck it, I'm all in now. I just profess it's gonna happen. If I get to worry when, where, how, I let the universe work it out, and in the interim rehearse my bow. This is the goddess vow.
Learn the cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, there's assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
Peace and blessings, star seeds. Peace and blessings. Welcome to Paranoia Starseed Podcast. It is I, the goddess Rael, and I know it is 11 a.m. on a Sunday. What am I doing here? I am normally not here in the daytime, and you know what? I don't even have it set up like it's daytime. I don't even let light in when I'm doing the show because it's a vibe. And yes, I came here because I have a download for the Divine Feminine. So, peace and blessings. Let me slow down. Last night was Paranoia Poetry. So if you did not see it, please go in and tap in for the live shows. It's under the live. And you will see Paranoia Poetry from last night. It was a dope show. And I really enjoyed it. And shout out to all the poets who participated. We will be back on the 29th next month. So if you are interested, hit me up. But I say all that to say, there's a certain energy that has been, we talked about the mother, yes. But this energy that I'm talking about is the raindrops of the mother. And we're talking about the Divine Feminine that is here on earth right now. Embodying this human body, I am talking to you. Not every woman carries this energy. And I'm being honest. I have met people who do not carry a Divine Feminine energy. Okay? Yes. Hey, Mahatma. So there is a certain characteristics of the Divine Feminine energy. If you meet a Divine Feminine, you will know because she carries a certain aura, a certain care about herself. And even if she hasn't gotten there yet, if she hasn't learned who she is, you can still feel that aura off of her because it's natural. She will grow into herself. The message for the Divine Feminine is to stay in your power. It is very difficult when we live in a world where everything about you is no longer seen as valuable. When I say that, I say like virtue. Women who are virtuous, women who hold themselves to a higher esteem, women who, value family, value certain things, aren't loose. Maybe not about the money, but more about the person and the soul and the empathy and caring. Divine Feminine energy carries a nurturing and caring energy about them. And with that comes a lot of abuse in this world. We carry a lot of weight because the world is not built on nurturing and caring. It's built on what can we get, what money are we trying to achieve, what greed, how many people can we consume, how much can we consume versus what can we give, what can we build, what can we create. When you meet an energy that or someone who carries such an energy, a lot of people who do not carry that energy or have never met that energy will want to consume that energy. Okay? They will want to be around you for your beautiful, giving, loving traits, but they will not want to pour back into you. Right? Yes. And, excuse me. I wanted to address this because I feel like this is a group of the most transformative women, and they are going to be needed at this time, and they need to learn how to set boundaries. And when I say they, I mean we. So a lot of times I teach on things I've learned over the years in spirituality, through life experiences, but Divine told me to teach who I am. Not who I remember, but who I am. I know who I am. And so to teach that is to say that I understand that energy. When I meet another divine feminine, I understand her energy immediately. I understand why she may be a little hesitant. She may be not have a lot of friends, right? She might, um, be very deep, and she has a different type of connection to divine. These energies need to protect themselves. The world is not going to protect you, feminine energy. I'm sorry. There is no one out here who is going to protect you better than you can. Okay? Because thinking that there's any type of savior that's going to save you, divine feminine, that is going to leave you vulnerable to the wolves. For one, yes, we are loving, we are nurturing, and we are caring. But with that energy, you also have to be discerning. You have to be logical, sometimes using your head over heart, but also always trusting your intuition. A lot of times we are taught to deny our intuition. You know, let me see what you said. What you say, Muhammad? I literally woke up into this conversation. You are just hopping into the conversation. Yes. Listen, Divine really put this on my heart today. Y'all know I don't do midday shows. I wanted to write down all the things, but I was just told to speak. And so it's important that we carry this seed. The divine feminine energy is the seed of creation, okay? We carry the creation seed. When we get around people, we inspire. We open up doors just by sitting in our own power. And that is a powerful energy to carry, meaning it must be protected. And again, the discernment, the trusting of your own intuition, the use of your logic over your heart. Because see, the divine feminine, they love to be empathetic and caring and forgiving and understanding, because we can understand trauma better than anyone else. We can understand, loss and grief and even misunderstanding ourselves, because we've gone through that. And because when you tend to go through things, you become more understanding of others. It's a double-edged sword. Because even though you can understand, that does not mean that whatever it is that you understand needs to be welcome into your space. I've seen, I've heard, and I've actually experienced the abuse of that energy. The oversharing, which leads to drainage, which leads to you having nothing to give to yourself. The over understanding, which means what? Give you a benefit of the doubt, which leads to foolishness and heartbreak. We've been taught to give, and love and forgive and turn the other cheek. No one has ever really truly taught us to protect ourselves, to stop giving, to find the limitations, to know that sometimes people only grow when you let them go. We've been taught to be the saviors. But you have to first save yourself, and you do that by protecting yourself. They say the best defense is a strong offense or something. The best offense is a strong defense, one of the two. You got to be prepared for the energy that you carry. You have a light. You have a light in darkness. Think about that. You carry a light in a place that is so dark. You don't think the darkness is coming for that light. You don't think that those who don't necessarily carry the light are going to want to come for it, not knowing that they have a light within them. They just haven't lit it. That's not a choice they made. And how did you get that light, divine feminine? I know how you got it. Through trials, through tribulations, through betrayals, through hurt, but staying focused on who you truly were. not becoming the hurt, not becoming the betrayals, not becoming, the family that turned their back on you, always being open with your heart. That's how you became who you are. So the ones who want it, who desire that energy, they have to do the work too. They can't ride your energy and you can't give it away. Because when you give your energy away and you save none for yourself, that is when you leave yourself open to becoming what you've experienced. All the hurt, all the pain, all the people around, you just fall in instead of standing out like you're supposed to. Now someone else is walking around with your energy. You know why? Because you give it away so freely. Divine is asking you to, yes, be yourself and glow, but stop giving your power away to others. I see a lot of young women being mistaken for being controversial because they no longer want to give their power away. That shouldn't be controversial. We should be applauding these women for standing in their powers and saying, no, I'm not just going to give myself away because this is what society say we're supposed to be like. I am a whole person. I have feelings. There are needs that need to be met. And it's not monetary. These are not the women. Listen, the women that I am speaking to understand what I am saying right now. You have needs. You have, and you in yourself, your energy in itself is the table, the chairs. So don't even go there with what you bring to the table. Divine Feminine never has to answer that question. Your aura elevates rooms. Your aura alone. And listen, you don't have to explain that to anyone. Anyone who's around you knows this. They know that their life is elevated, especially when you're in your power. You stay in that power by knowing, for one, who you are, listening to yourself. Yes, taking care of the people around you, but first, always making sure your cup is full. You should never be pouring from your cup. It's the overflow that we should be giving. Because you carry this energy, divine is always pouring into you. The problem is we are so quick to take our cup and pour it out versus to letting it fill up and then let the overflow pour out. Stop giving away your power. Stop looking for any title to validate that you are who you are. I know a lot of powerful women, but these titles, I believe titles tend to weaken us at times because we get stuck. We become just that, right? Because I'm a mom, right? But I'm not just a mom. I'm a podcaster, but I'm not just a podcaster. I'm a poet, I'm not just a poet. So if we get stuck in these titles, we're not able to truly be our authentic, full selves. And if you know anything about the divine feminine energy, it is not just nurturing and caring and taking care of everyone else. It is chaos. It is freedom. It is nature. Some women are looked at like they are not able to scream. Like we're not able to step outside of the dressed up version of what a woman is supposed to be. And you are all things because you created all things. All things come from the feminine energy first. So you carry feminine and masculine within you. Of course you can be powerful and you can be a boss and you can also be caring and nurturing at the same time. Do not let titles box you into who you can be. Also, it's not just the titles. It's this earthly realm that we're in. You know, this is why I find human design to be so powerful, because it gives us access to more than just we're all the same and we're all supposed to operate in this way. Absolutely not. Even when you look at that, I mean, this is why, again, these different systems that people call witchcraft or negative or occult, there's, you know what occult means? Hidden knowledge. It's hidden. It's hidden for a reason, because some people don't want you to know because it will make you more powerful. And if you know yourself, if you know you're not just like everyone else, you'll stop trying to function like everyone else. I remember growing up and I was not into the things that everybody else was into. I was, in my mind, I would have whole conversations like, it was interesting to see other people being into these things. And I wasn't judging, I just wasn't into it. I tried to force myself as a child because I wanted to fit in, to be like everybody else. But I wasn't into those things. I wasn't into boys at an early age. I wasn't. I really wasn't. I didn't even really have my first boyfriend until close to high school. And when I did have a boyfriend, it wasn't no kissing or nothing. You was just, that was a title because I wanted to fit in. And of course, he didn't stick around long because he came with no benefits, right? But I realized that some of what we do is programming because we want to fit in. We see that everybody else is doing it. And then there's the people who don't fit the program. And when we see those people, we like, well, we don't want to be looked at like weirdos. We don't want people to look at us and not accept us. This is the reason why people don't step into their own power. And when you don't do it at a young age, they say by the age 7, you have developed your personality truly of who you're going to be. 7. That's so young. And we have so much more life ahead of us. So now we have defined ourselves, conditioned ourselves to want to fit in so bad that we forgot. We are not supposed to be here to fit in. We're supposed to stand out. Each and every one of us has something different to offer. So now someone can mold an image of what a woman's supposed to be like, and all of us are supposed to fit into this mold. No. There's a certain energy that just will refuse. Just like there's a divine masculine, you can see that in someone. And you know why it's so easy to see sometimes when you carry this divine energy is because it's rare. It is not something you see all. When I go outside, I don't see a lot of divine masculine or divine feminine energy. I'm not saying that people can't get there. I'm saying I don't see a lot of people walking in their awareness. When I go into places sometimes now, especially in this age, the music, listen to the music that people are okay and all right with accepting. Because what we feed ourselves tells us who we are. I was just having a conversation with someone about the word free will. We talk about free will, like coming to earth and having free will, right? When you think about what free will is compared to where you have come from. So if you were like an angel or a spirit and you did nothing but good, and coming to earth gives you free will, you can do whatever you want. Then isn't free will truly just saying you can come down here and do bad? Because I mean, I'm just asking what your definition. Because if you think about it, if you're saying wherever I was not able to do anything that was not good, but now I can come down here and the word free will says I can do whatever I want. That's absolutely true. You can do whatever you want. But I believe that our soul desires to prove that who we are outside of this body is truly who we are. So when we come here, we should carry that same integrity. So free will is truly a challenge to us if we are truly who we feel as though we are, or when the circumstances allow it, who do we show up as? I hope that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. But divine energy wants to show up in divine energy. That's what I'm saying. And I've had conversations with people, and you can tell when people's minds go all the way up and they start just thinking. And even if they've never had that thought before, you can see when the light bulb comes on when you have a conversation with someone. And then you can see when you're talking to somebody who is totally disconnected and have no idea what you're talking about and have no interest in learning it. And that's okay too. We all serve a purpose here. But what I'm saying is that not all energy is the same. So when I say this podcast is honoring the divine feminine energy, let me hype you up. I'm talking to a specific energy. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I'm talking to a specific energy. I'm talking to the nurturer, the carer, the one who never gave up on themselves, the one that every time the challenge came to do the right thing and do the wrong thing, they kept choosing the right thing, even though it's the hardest thing. Because everybody carries feminine and masculine energy, yes. But not everyone carries divine feminine and divine masculine energy. That's so you, divine feminine. This is your time right now. I know it feels like you're being suppressed. I know it feels like you're being betrayed. I know it feels like you're being isolated. All of that is for a reason. All of that is for a reason. You are being isolated right now so you can return to your own energy. A lot of divine energy, again, we like to include everybody in our energy. Divine is asking you to push people out of your energy at this time so you can recognize your own thoughts. You can recognize your own energy. If you never sit alone, how do you know yourself? If you don't know that your body has an energy field outside of you, and every time you come in interaction with other people, their energy field interacts with your energy field. So now you're mixing. That is not your pure energy. So isolation is not a punishment. Isolation is for elevation. Isolation, to me, is a privilege. You know how many people cannot sit with themselves? I used to date someone who told me they couldn't even look themselves in the mirror. That should have been a red flag right there. What is it going on with you that you can't sit with yourself or that you can't look yourself in the mirror? Whatever that is, you need to fix it. And yes, I used to let the beige flags, the red flag, all of them fly because, again, being empathetic and understanding and going through things, I understand that people go through things. They have to learn. But it's not our jobs to babysit while they learn. Release them. Allow them to learn. Let time teach them. Let God teach them. Let something teach them. But it's not your responsibility. That divine feminine wants to be everybody's mama. But you need to mother yourselves. You need to care for yourselves. You need to treat yourselves. When's the last time you went on a vacation just for you? You did something like go to a spa just for you. You didn't take your mama or your cousin. You didn't take your friends. You just sat in your own energy. I do it often now. I do it so much that it makes me kind of uncomfortable to be in other people's energy for long periods of time. Because I start to realize, I'm losing my energy. Either they're taking it or I'm starting to feel theirs more than I would like to. So I start to excuse myself. And that's another thing. Do not be embarrassed of being able to leave situations or leave environments that do not support your energy. If it's not supporting your energy, what is it doing? Draining? Making you uncomfortable? Sitting there just to make other people feel good? We've done that too long. Leave. A lot of times leaving has more impact. And it's not that you're trying to make an impact on the environment, but you do. You bring energy in, and when you walk away, you take energy out. And when you bring the energy in, and if it's reciprocal, stay. But if you feel yourself being drained, you are not obligated to stay anywhere, be it a job, someone's house, a relationship, anywhere that you are being drained. Mm-mm. People think, oh, this is my soulmate. This is my best friend. This is my mother. This is my father. It does not matter. It does not matter. If you are not being replenished, if it's not a give and a take, if it's not an equal exchange, I just ask that you do what's best for you. And most definitely it is to remove your energy. Would you say, Mahat? Agreed. I am super happy to be alone. It does not affect the desire to be around more people. However, I've been pushing to do more fun things. Everything could just be centered around healing and broken hearted lifestyle. Right? It can't. You have to be able to but that's the thing. Isolation is not always about healing either. It's just about enjoying your own time and your own space as well. Like, I don't know. For me, I've always been around people. Like, you grew up in a house full of people. Then once I moved out, I had a boyfriend. He ended up moving in. I had a child. There's my child. Then you end up in a relationship. And then you end up in another relationship. And then you look up years later and you have not spent any time being you, being in your own energy, being yourself, having fun, doing the things you want to do. A lot of times, even when we're doing stuff, we're compromising with people to do the things that they want to do. Like, I go to dinner by myself. I'll go skating by myself. I'll go to a movie by myself, even if I am in a relationship. Even if I do got friends. That's how you don't lose yourself, your interest. And yes, sometimes people can tag along. That's cool. But when did we get so far away from ourselves that everything has to include other people? I take walks by myself. I hike by myself. I can't do everything by myself because I have children, but as much as you can spend alone in your energy, it will be replenishing. You want to know why I'm so creative now? It's because I pull my energy back from things that were pulling on me. They were trying to drain me. They were taking from me and building empires on my energy. While I'm sitting here tired, feet hurt, can't move. We're exhausted. We're tired. It's okay to relieve the pain of everybody else. Let them go and deal with their stuff and you be in your own energy. Yes, you're right. Everything can't just be healing centered. We got to have fun alone and with others. Absolutely. Absolutely. And let's do it uncompromising, because I also found that a lot of times people will try to say, well, because we're so love and light and we're supposed to help others. Well, aren't you supposed to be around like all people, even if you don't get along with them, or just try? No, 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 nope. I don't know where that came from, but I don't believe that I have to put myself around other people who don't share the same energy as me because I want to help them. See, I do a podcast right here, monthly, weekly. They can come here and watch them and they can learn as much as they want. But me to put myself in that energy just so I can help someone else. What am I doing? Self-sacrificing. This is, and we've been conditioned to do this. We've been conditioned to give so much more than we may not even want to. You ever been somewhere and somebody be like, come on, man, just come on. And you like, I don't want to do that, but you just do it because someone else wants to do it. Maybe it's my era. Maybe I'm just confessing some things about me, but that just ain't happening. And I feel like when you say no to the things you want to say no to and the yes to the things you want to say yes to, you feel more empowered. You care less about what other people think because you know you're doing what's right for you. And it's not about being rude. Not saying like, no, girl, I don't want to go. You just be like, not today. Maybe some other time we can make plans. I'm just not in the mood. It's okay to say that. It's okay to protect your energy. It's okay. Because when you're mama, right, you got to be on call all the time. Nope. I tell my kids sometimes it's mommy has her own time. And then mommy has time for you. And then there's time for this. Because I don't want my kids to believe as they grow up that their time is always has to be shared with someone. I don't even teach my kids they always have to share their toys and everything else. That's my belief though. We've been taught and conditioned these different things, and you don't have to share the same beliefs as your parents. If your beliefs are the same, fine. If they're not, that's cool too. We picked our parents because of what we needed to learn. And so our parents are unique to who we become. But then we become our own people and we become unique to our own children and they become unique. Some people may say that's rude. You can't tell your kids no, or you can't, go do your own. Maybe to you. But you know how I give the best of me is when I'm replenished. And I can't be replenished in everybody's energy, including my kids. And it's okay. Divine Feminine, it's okay to not be everything for everyone as long as you are everything for you. Another thing is, I don't even know how I want to word this because I know I come off aggressive sometimes, and it's because it's a conviction in my soul. It's not because I'm trying to be aggressive, but it's just how I come off sometimes. So, but dress how you want to dress. Most Divine Feminine women have class with them, but they're very, sometimes we get concerned about what other people think, like how old you are or what you should be wearing or how you should be acting, or that energy was put into you. God trusted you with a certain energy. He also trusted you to carry yourself in a certain way, but be who you want to be. Don't even fear, because there is a confusion between divine feminine energy and like a Jezebel or a lower vibrational energy. There's been some confusion with that, thinking that because women are women, we're all just the same. And that's not true. Just like all men ain't the same, all women ain't the same. And all of us, again, don't carry the same energy. Some people dress for the crowd and some people dress for themselves. Some people just feel comfortable in their clothes, and some people care about what other people think when they walk out the house. Neither one am I judging is right or wrong. What I am saying is that most Divine Feminine, they dress for themselves. So whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. However you want to wear your hair, if you want to be natural, if you want to wear a weave, if you want to, these are accessories. What's on the inside is what's important. These are all accessories, just like clothes. Just don't ever forget that these are accessories. Don't ever get to the point where these accessories become something you can't live without. If you can't take your makeup off and your hair off and you can't take your earrings off and still feel beautiful, then you've lost something in yourself. Because you're beautiful just the way that Divine made you. And these are not just words. This is a praise to the Divine Feminine who has not been praised in a long time. Not been honored. Has been looked at just like, oh, everybody. No, you're not the same. I know you. I see you. I recognize you. Whenever I see one, I just be like, I got to give you your props. I had to tell a girl the other day, I am not gay. I'm sorry. I am not gay. I know, but I will tell a woman quickly, you are beautiful. And it's not just their outside that I'm seeing. Most of the time, I'm seeing their spirit first. I had a lady putting groceries in the back of my car, and her energy was so beautiful. It was the way she carried herself. It was the fact that she was doing a job, that anybody could just do a job, but it was her aura. It was the care she put into what she did. It was the care about how I felt. Oh, like, are you good? It was little things that I picked up on, and I'm like, it's not honored. It's not even looked at as a value anymore. And it's very valuable. It's extremely valuable. The characteristics of empathy, sensitivity, nurturing, understanding, those characteristics have been lost under money, greed, lust, things, capitalism, what kind of car you drive, who you know. But the things that they've lost to have no value. We put down diamonds for pieces of plastic. We've decided what was more valuable was on the outside than what's on the inside. But you're going to start to see over this time, as this age of Aquarius goes on, you're going to see what's truly valuable can't be imitated. I see people get upset about AI. I don't really get upset about AI. What's valuable, what's inside of you, cannot be imitated. It can't be duplicated. And again, a lot of things are distracting us to find reasons to be upset about things that don't matter. We should be upset about our sovereignty being taken away, us not being able to live in our authentic selves. How about the fact that there is no land? Land is being bought up everywhere. Like, let's refocus. The nurturing energy that created the grass and the trees and that creates everything is feminine energy. That's why we call it Mother Nature. So there is nothing outside of you that you need. You are the creator. You work directly with the creator. You are a part of the creator. And you create. You bring life. You bring life to everything. When people come around you, you bring life to the party. You don't even have to be doing much. It's just your energy. It brings life. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify yourself. All you got to do is be yourself. I don't get into all the news, and I know that the discernment machine is off and all of these things are going on. And yes, they are important because they are a reflection of something that's going on bigger on the spiritual realm. But I just ask that we not get caught up so much in the 3D, because this is the past. It's already happening because it's already been written. What we can get caught up in is what we're writing now, so that we know what the future is going to look like. And what we should be doing is really pouring back into ourselves, empowering ourselves, so we're ready to move forward fully in our own energy, not able to be torn down and manipulated by what's to come. Because again, with the AI, I understand the confusion around it, because I be seeing stuff all the time like, is that real? Is that fake online? But if you think that's happening now, this is just the beginning. As you begin to open your mind and to know more, the world is going to try to trick you and deceive you more. The more discernment you have, the more entertainment they're going to try to offer you. Entertainment. Enter you to detain you. So yes, the world's going to continue to do what the world does. That's a part of your learning process. It's a part of us learning how to be stronger and to discern. You are being challenged more at this time because you are getting more. You're getting more downloads. You're becoming stronger. You're becoming more aware. And because of that, the system is ramping up. The false flags, the fake news, the AI, everything is ramping up because your discernment is ramping up. It has to meet you where you are, because it can't let you surpass it. I am telling you that the best way To beat the system is to learn yourself, because you will be able to discern things that other people will not, and they will start to come to you because they won't even be able to trust themselves. In a little bit, that's the whole point of this. It's for us not to be able to trust ourselves. That's why they wanted to turn off our intuition, to start having us rely on the news to tell us stuff instead of going within and being like, this don't feel right. We don't do that. We ask other people for their opinions. Well, that's wonderful for you. A lot of people have not beat the system. They have not. And a lot of us are those. I'm glad that you have, and I hope that you are willing to help others to get through whatever it is that you got through. Because again, beating the system is not something we can do overnight. And what is the system? Who built the system? And is it to be beat, or is it to be mastered? These are all questions. But my question is, who are you? And are you in your power? And are you ready for whatever is shown to you? Do you know what you're looking at? Do you trust yourselves? Peace. Thank you for tapping in. So again, this show is dedicated to the divine feminine energy. I don't want to get off track. I want to stay on track with that information, because again, the rebuild, the restructure, the foundation of everything is feminine. It starts from the feminine energy. And so you carry this energy, and it has to be in alignment. Do not get distracted. Again, I can't even get distracted by some of the comments sometimes, because we got to stay in the energy of alignment as we move into the age of Aquarius. Everybody's talking about we're in the age, we're moving. We're still moving into the age. You think all this little bit of revealing stuff that we're seeing, these files and this person being found out, this is nothing. You know how much stuff has been covered up, and now you're going from the age of illusion, which is Pisces, into the age of knowing, which is Aquarius. What you're seeing now is just a preview of everything that's about to start coming out. Basically, we've been living in the upside down. Everything you've been told, flip it around, and maybe you'll get some of the truth. That's why they say those who came last shall come first, and those who came first shall be last, because we're in the upside down. Things are not as they seem. And a lot of times we are reconditioned by the words that we say and these little sayings that we are taught over and over. And we never question what that actually means that we're saying out of our mouths. Like we're all the same and all that. That's a conditioning. That's a conditioning to never make you question someone else's spirit, someone else's intentions. You don't question if we're all the same. No, we're not. And it's not about skin color. I compare it to we all having a can in our hand. Mine says Coke, yours says Coke, hers says Coke, his says Coke. We all have Coke cans in our hand. But that doesn't mean that's what's inside of the can. Stop being deceived by the outside. Again, the energy I'm speaking to is divine feminine energy. That is on the inside. You can't see it always on the outside. There's been a lot of fakes. There's been a lot of phonies, false. Those who've been around that energy, being able to mimic that energy, but they are not that energy. And they use it. They use it to take from others. They use it to get in good when places they don't belong. Meanwhile, that energy is still learning itself. It's starting to step into its power now. It's starting to develop its power. And in developing your power, you develop your boundaries. And in enveloping your boundaries, now you have a kingdom, a castle, you have an empire, you have something to protect, which is you. The feminine is, okay, I'll read that in a second. The feminine is the foundation. The mother is the foundation of the household. The mother gives birth. The mother keeps things going. The mother, the mother, the mother. You're going to hear me say that a lot. And it's not just the feminine energy as in woman. We carry it within us. If a man does not listen to his intuition, he will go down the same wrong road as anyone else. That inner mother, your mother, when they say mama knows best, that's your intuition. That's the mother in you. It knows best. But a lot of times we want to use our logic when it's time to use our intuition. Your logic may say, that bridge looks safe. I'm looking at it with my own two eyes. But your intuition is telling you that bridge ain't safe. You can't see it, so you feel, I'm going to cross it because my logic says it's safe. You go against your intuition. You go against your inner mother. Mama don't know best. I'm going to go do what I want to do. Go right ahead. There's consequences. We have free will. What comes with free will? Consequences for using your free will, for making that choice. Cross the bridge. If you are only crossing the bridge with these two eyes, you may not be safe. You have to go into this new chapter with using more than the physical eye, with then using more than just your five senses. You have to tap into yourself in order to make it to this next stage that we are going into. Because everything about self will be challenged. Who you truly are, what you stand for, what you're willing to do in order to remain in the matrix. Do you want groceries? Do you want to remain here? Do you want to still be able to go to, travel? Remember when COVID hit and you couldn't travel if you didn't do this thing? That was just the test of what you're willing to do. Okay, so Nina says she used to own the #1 limousine company in New Jersey, New York, and Philly in the tri-state area that all these goofy celebs use, and was a hospice nurse, retired 10 years ago. Always trusted myself, and is why I won. Absolutely. That's right. Trusting yourself is important, but knowing yourself, see, but those are different types, and those are not the women that I'm talking to here. Those women, those are not, the one, stepping into your own energy and knowing yourself, because you can only trust yourself if you know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're going to trust others more than you trust yourself. And that's the truth. We're going to always look outside of ourselves for answers if we don't believe that we have the answers within us. So, Nina, what you did was knowing yourself first and then going in and saying, you know what I know, and I'm going to step out on faith that I know myself enough to do this. And you did it. So not only did you have the faith in yourself, but then you put the determination and the passion behind it. And that's what it is. Divine Feminine has an inheritance of beautiful abundance of energy and things that she can manifest here. And the Divine Masculine as well. But if you do not tap into yourself, into your own currency, your own energy, because energy is currency, then someone else is going to plug into you and tap into you and drain you. They're going to stick that Capri Sun, like I like to say, that Capri Sun straw in there, and they're going to suck it dry because you don't see your value. You don't see how much you have to give, and not to others, but to yourself. Shout out to you, Nina, for building your own empire and having enough guts to do it. When the world probably tell you as a woman, you shouldn't be doing certain things. But as a woman, you carry enough energy to do whatever it is that you would like to do. When you carry a divine energy, you have the backing of a divine power. How dare you sit there with that type of energy and do nothing? That's an insult. Why would divine bless us with a certain type of energy and us not be able to manifest? Yes, baby, because we do. We carry it. It's an abundance. When you create, the Empress energy is the creator energy. You work hand in hand with the divine. That's why I've always been confused by certain religions, because I'm like, where's the woman? What do you mean? That's the portal. I'm sorry, you came into this world without a portal? Who came here without a woman? So you have everything in you. If you can bring life to a human, a birth into a whole being, and you can't even explain how you did that, you could definitely birth things that you can just pick up a book and learn. You can create anything. You are a powerful being. But if you don't know that about yourself, you will never even step out on faith in yourself. Why would you step out on faith in yourself if you don't even know that you are powerful? And many people will keep you little, shrinking, small, tell you you're arrogant, you're cocky, you're this, you're that. That's why you don't listen to other people. You know when you're arrogant. You know when you done pushed it a little too far. And you also know when you know what you know. And you're not going to take anything else other than that. And that ain't arrogance. That's divine energy. You think does divine walk around apologizing for knowing or being? No. Again, the world would love to keep you small. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Because it comes from the soul. Because I understand what it feels like for people to want to keep you small. For people to even just come into your life purposely, just to ruin your life, because they are so jealous. They are so hateful. And I mean it. I don't even got a lot going on. People be swearing they want to come in my life and ruin my life. You cannot. Divine, what divine puts his hands on, what divine mother touches. Who are you? You cannot ruin it. All you can do is delay. And only reason it would be delayed is so that I can learn more about my power and step into it. There is nothing anyone can do to stop you but you. And that's when you give your power away. He says, I'm here that from mainly men. I'm arrogant and I'm in this, but I worked hard as fuck. Exactly. And see, I've heard it from both. I've heard it from men and I've heard it from lower vibrational women. I've, the pick-me's, and of course they try to tear down, and I'm not afraid to speak about that. There are women out here that will try to tear down women who carry a higher vibration because they refuse to step up. Instead of stepping up, I'm going to try to tear her down. Why? Just because you choose your path, don't be afraid or don't be angry at me for choosing my path. I grew up in a house with a woman. She wasn't even a woman. She was a little girl. She was the same age as me. We grew up together. And the whole time, I was like, dang, growing up just like she was just, how you evil eye and so angry at me? And we 9 years old, 7 years old. We kids. But it's because you care. That energy's been in you since birth. Some people, they can see it early on that you not like them. And then instead of seeing it as they just not like me, they turn it into, oh, she thinks she's better than me. I know I'm not lying. I know I'm not. She thinks she's better than me. She thinks she's better than me. Think about that. She thinks somebody knows what you think about them and yourself. They know what you think. Or is it simply that's what they think? They think you better than them when really you just made better choices. Did I say something wrong? Yes. Right? Because when you carry, and that's another thing, is that it doesn't matter what you do. When you carry a certain spirit and the aura with you, you're going to be attacked. That's just a part of the program that we're in. This is why, again, I say set your boundaries. Be careful about who you let around you and you allow in your energy, because a lot of people don't have good motives. They come in seeing the light that you carry even before you do, a lot of times. Because a lot of times I realize that people who carry a sweet energy think that everybody else is like that too. Ask me how I know, and I tell you so. I used to be that girl. Yeah. I used to be that girl. I used to think everybody was loving and caring and sweet. And, if you tell them, you gave them your standards and they didn't agree with them, they would just go about their way. No, ma'am. No, sir. They will fake it. They will put a mask on. They will act like they will uphold the standards that you have. And the whole time, they are disgusted at the fact that they think that you think you better than them because you have certain standards. Now they want to get in your energy just so they can cross those boundaries. There are people out here that truly want to get in your energy so they can disrespect you just because you got so much respect for yourself. Yep. They don't like the respect that you have for yourself. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Real recognize real for sure, and fake recognize real. That's the problem. Real needs to start recognizing fake. That's it right there. Because the fake definitely will, the dark will pick up on the light. The light needs to realize that not all dark is willing to turn. Some dark just want to be dark. Some people just, there was a girl breaking down, and I don't know who Rod Wave was or is. I don't know if he's alive or not. I don't know nothing about that. I don't. But she made what the way she described it. So we'll use another artist like Erykah Badu. I know Erykah Badu, right? She was saying that she doesn't she said she hates Rod Wave. She doesn't hate him in the way like she gonna stalk him down and do anything to him. She's just a hater, right? And she was like, she don't know, she just don't like him. That's her programming. That's her role she gonna play this lifetime. Is it gonna make a big impact on Rod or in his life? Probably not. But knowing that we have haters is a resistance, right? It's like weight, right? If you come into this world, everybody love you, you ain't picking up no weight. You ain't getting stronger. You are not pushing against anything. But if you know, yeah, people gonna love me, but people gonna hate me too. That is the resistance that we use sometimes as weight to become stronger. So where everybody comes with negative, like positive and negative polar opposites. You're going to have people that's going to love you. You're going to have people that's going to hate you. You're going to have people that's going to believe what you're saying and people that's not. You're going to have people that's going to want to support what you're saying and you're going to have people that's not. But it's based on their own vibration and who they came here to be. You can't worry about what other people think. You can't worry about other people feel about you. The most important thing ever is how you feel about yourself and how you feel like you're representing yourself. Do you think that everybody agrees with me when I go out in public dressed the way I dress? No. But I dress how I dress because I like the way I dress. Sometimes people ask me why I have on my sweater. It'll be hot outside. I like my red sweater. It's magical for me. I don't have to explain that. I just wear it. Some people think it's dope. They be like, damn, I love that sweater. You be wearing that joy. It don't get hot. No, it don't. It's magical. I can wear it in the summer and it's still not hot. But I don't have to explain it. It's just me. And I think we do too much explaining of ourselves. Absolutely, the dark will pick up on the light like it's nothing. What? And if you got too much light, baby, stay in the house because they be doing death spells and all kinds of stuff at you. You got too much light, they want to take you all the way out. If there's no hate, you must be doing something. You must not be doing something right. The higher you go in life, the more hate you'll receive. Absolutely. And that's okay. The opposition just tells you that you're going up. Once you start keep going up, it's kind of like a pyramid, right? As you go climb the pyramid, it's slimmer and slimmer at the top, and it's gonna be a lot more crap at the bottom. It's gonna be people next to you who didn't hate you at some point. But again, sometimes people like to see you do good, but not better than them. So when you start hitting certain peaks and certain heights, people gonna start to fall off. They can't keep up. They didn't do the breath work. They can't go to the top of the mountain with you. They can't breathe up there. They haven't done the work, and they watching you, and sometimes they gotta watch you, and sometimes you will motivate people to look up and be like, you know what? I'm about to get on top of my shit. I want to go up there too, but not everybody's gonna be motivated, and some people are not gonna like that you decided to go up to the top. Why do you think you're so good that you can go up to the top? I didn't think I was so good. I did the work, and that's what it all boils down to. And again, the women that I see who carry that divine feminine energy, they normally are doing the work. They're doing the work on themselves, with their families, but they have done the work on themselves, or they are stepping into that power. A lot of times, even when they don't recognize it, divine will send me into a woman's life. She may know that she's divine, but no one has ever told her that. And then I meet her and I can feel it. And divine will nudge me. Let her know what you feel. I used to be embarrassed to say stuff to people sometimes. But now, no, I listen. And guess what? They can feel that about themselves. But a lot of times, if they've never heard it, they don't, it's not validation for them. It's confirmation. Pieces, a lot of times it's not validation, it's confirmation for that energy. So it's okay to confirm to somebody or to say to somebody, yeah, you're beautiful, you carry a certain light. I enjoy your light. Thank you for your presence. Because I realize there's a lot of beautiful, beautiful women out here who have no idea that they're beautiful. Because life has always tried to downplay these women. People around them have always tried to downplay them, knowing in their mind they think these women are absolutely amazing. But it triggers something they don't feel within themselves, something they feel insecure about. It triggers it. And so instead of saying she's beautiful, they say, I don't like that bitch. Sheesh, why? Because your light is triggering to the darkness in them that wants to stay in that energy. They want to stay traumatized. They want to stay hurt. They want to stay unhealed. All women are beautiful, yes, but they have to tap into their own beauty. They have to know that within themselves, right? We have to. And so if you don't feel like you're beautiful, then you're going to look at other women and feel like they're not beautiful. You can only see in other people what you can see in yourself. That's why when people are looking for other people to love them, but they don't love themselves, if you don't love yourself, you're going to get people who are not going to love you properly because you're not loving yourself properly. And even if they do love you, you won't be able to receive it. There's always going to be a block between you and someone else if you can't see in that person what is in you. So if you see somebody as always being so positive or being such a beautiful person, but you can't see that beauty in yourself, then what's the point? We are all reflections. We're here to be mirrors of each other. And sometimes, yes, I see what you're saying. If your parents raised you to be strong, especially as a Black woman, who are the most judged? Sky's the limit, I believe. Yes. Listen. Because I see already like the little energies trying to shift in and come in and say weird shit. I don't care about that, y'all. We don't worry about that. It's going to always be, if I wasn't saying something worth hearing, then nobody would come in and say anything. If I was saying the dumbest, you're absolutely right. Anything that God made is beautiful. But again, like I said, you have to recognize your own beauty first. If you cannot recognize your own beauty, you won't see the beauty in anything else. Matter of fact, you'll try to tear down everything else. And that is why we live in the world. If we just walked around thinking we lived in, oh, what a wonderful world we live in, yeah, you the one getting snatched up off the streets, okay? Let's not be deceived that everybody doesn't carry the energy of thinking that they carry high self-esteem about themselves. So a lot of times, people with good hearts, people with beautiful energy will downplay themselves and feel like they're not worthy because, again, people around them who don't feel worthy say things that are very unworthy, make them just second guess themselves. And these are the little things to chip away at their self-esteem. And it's not accidentally, it's definitely on purpose. When someone sees you loving yourself and they don't know how to love themselves, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to see you as an inspiration or a trigger. They're going to see you as, wow, so there is a such thing as being able to love yourself and like truly pour into yourself. Or you're going to look at you and say, I don't like her. It's just something about her. She just thinks she's something else. I know. You ain't got to. Yes, sis, exactly. So we can live in La La Land and just say, the whole world is beautiful and we live in this utopia. Listen, I would love it to be that way. I would love everybody to carry the same type of self-esteem and everybody to truly love themselves, but that's just not the world we live in. And that's why you're going to have people who not going to love that you love yourself, but love yourself anyway. You're not here to please those people. You're here to be yourself. Yes, that's why you watch who's closest to you. Friends and family can be the most triggered by you. Listen, Nene, I hope you subscribe to the podcast because listen, you go back and watch Sleeping with the Enemy. Go back and watch some of the previous shows. I can testify to what you just said. I've had the people that are supposed to be the closest to me, the divine put into my life to love me and to support me the way I love and support them, to turn around to be the biggest haters I've ever met. To be the biggest shit talkers that ever existed. To be the people that stabbed me not 10 times in the back, but took the damn knife out and put it in again and turned and it felt good about it. But guess what? I love you anyway. From a distance though. You gotta, keep your circle small. Make it like a period. A period. Yes, so you were talking about the self-esteem. Exactly, because see, a lot of times our self-esteem don't come from self. It comes from the outside. So however good we feel about ourselves is based on what else other people feel about us. Fuck other people. And I say that with the utmost non-respect for that. Fuck that. Stop. Other people gonna feel however they feel about themselves. There's not a reflection of you. People, if you ever seen people who love themselves, they don't be walking around hating on other people. Them are the most sweetest people. They be like, hey girl, oh, them shoes is cute. They don't be like, Them people just, stay away from them. Oh my goodness. I went out with somebody one time. I went out with a friend of mine at the time. I thought, an associate of mine. And I am not the person to talk about people. And baby, we were sitting there and she just started talking about somebody we did not know. I turned just like this. I said, don't do that. I said, what? What? That's the last time I went out with her. I don't do that. That's not the energy that I carry. Okay? And you're not going to influence me to do that. I don't talk about people. I don't sit around talking and gossiping about people. You don't know people to be talking about people. You don't know what people got going on. You don't know if this could have been their best day and you over here evil lying because you don't realize that slander, that's black magic. Yes, this is all, everything, when you speak words, those are spells. You cast spells when you start talking shit about people you don't know. You're casting spells on people you don't know. You must want that back because we're all mirrors. What do mirrors do? Reflect energy back to you. That person, you don't know them. Why are you talking about them? That is not the energy I want to be around. And you have the right to step away for those type of people. Self-respect absolutely is key. I got rid of all my friends. When I got rid of all of my friends, used me for free limousine party buses, and the Eagles tickets like I owed them something. Girl, listen to me. People will use you for any and everything you have, especially if you are giving. That's what your boundaries are for. And anybody who doesn't respect your boundaries, that is the sign that they got to go. Boundaries are to protect you. Your boundaries are to protect you. So if anybody can't respect, no, we don't mix business with pleasure. This is what I do for a business. If you're my friend, you shouldn't even be. Why are we doing that? I had Dr. Berry here before. I asked her about it. As a psychologist, I'm sure people, same thing. Nobody wants to be used for what they do. I'm a spiritualist. Sometimes people, now I'll give advice all the time because that's my calling. But don't be trying to use me for that. Don't just come around me because you want a free reading or you feel like something going on. You now want to talk to me. But any other time, you're not my friend. You're not really my friend. You're just here to get what you can get. Come on, y'all. Stop being used. Stop letting people use us. Stop letting people into your energy because you feel like you need validation. You do not. Validate yourself. You are who you say you are as long as you figure out who you are and stand in that. That's exactly what the program was. My company ran 24/7. I was losing money for BS. Oh, thank you. But you know what? It takes a lot to keep this energy. And that's why I know that, again, Divine Feminine, your challenge, and all of us who are divinely sent here, our challenge is to keep our energy regardless to what we are faced with. Because you see my good energy, but I promise you, if I tell you my story, if I tell you what I've been through, your mouth probably hit the ground. You probably be like, well, why you don't look like you 776 years old then? Because I surely should. But divine keeps me. And you know why? Because I keep my heart light. Because you can't break my heart because my heart is never attached to what someone else does. My heart is attached to divine. When divine tells me to move, I move. If someone doesn't know how to love me, that doesn't mean I don't love. That just means I can't love you anymore. And that doesn't mean I don't love you. That means I just can't be in proximity to you. I have to love you from afar. I'll send love to you so you can heal whatever broken parts of you need to be healed. But it's time to move on. Yes, thank you. And yes, but it took years. I wasn't always strong and true to myself. I was weak and true to everybody else when I was growing up. I was true to everybody else except for sexually. Now listen, I never played about my body. I ain't never played about that. It took me a long, but I don't play about my body. And still people will try. Again, people will meet you and know that you find yourself to be sacred and want to defile you. Because you find yourself to be sacred. Because you carry yourself a certain way, it truly will trigger the demons in other people. And do I believe that we all have some dark sides? Yes, that's why we do shadow work. We have dark sides. We probably all have dark thoughts. Somebody do something to us, we think about something, but we don't act it out. We may let that thought pass and keep it moving because we know better. And when you, again, this energy is to be protected. How do you protect it? By not becoming the energy that is attacking you. And I know when you carry a light, you're always under attack. You are. If you go to work, listen, I got attacked at work, and it's always groups. Because you know my energy is very strong. One person, please, come on. Go ahead and get your group. You got to get a group. It's got to be a group. It can't be one for all of this? One? No, it's always a group. It's always a group. Because they're weak. They're weak. I'm not afraid to say it. Darkness is weak. If you take a candle, you know how much darkness one candle can light up? Darkness is weak. It hides. People who hide in darkness are weak. So they need more people. So they appear stronger. They appear bigger. They appear. That's not who they are. you strong, you can fight one-on-one. You ever seen them people like, nah, don't jump them. Let's do this one-on-one. That's that Bama that know he can whoop your ass. He don't want, don't get nobody else involved. I don't need nobody else. Yeah, you don't want that fight. Most people don't want that fight. Not with a divine being, not one-on-one. What? No. Absolutely. I want to talk about that too. Your body is your temple. Honor it. Don't let everybody in. I don't give a damn what he says. I don't care what they bring. I don't care any of that. Your body is for you. You can give it away if you want to, or you cannot. You can preserve your energy. People don't realize that that sacral energy that you use for sex is also the energy you use for creation. So when you start feeling like I can't create, but you up here lusty with dusty, and he over there building empires off of your energy, you might want to pull back, sis. You might want to pull that shit back. Yes, absolutely nothing with woman dresses. No, absolutely nothing. Yes. Yes, we are the light. But you know why the light has to carry darkness? Because the light has to go into darkness at times. And we have to be cloaked. And a lot of times we don't appear like I don't walk around in white on all day with a nun cap on, and I curse and I do these things, but I'm not a bad person. I treat people with respect. I care for people. I make sure everyone's taken care of, and I love divine, and divine loves me, and I tap in and I listen to my higher self. And those are the things that make you a good person. It's not about how you dress. It's not about how you talk. It's about who you are, how you show up, and how you show up for other people, and how you show up for yourself, most importantly. Oh, yes, baby. I know. I had no idea what an energy vampire was until, baby, I ran into the biggest, nastiest, stankiest, dirtiest one. And they are out here. And this is something else that people always just in movies know. You know why they put it in movies? So you can think it's just in movies. So you don't ever become aware. So you don't take the veil. If you don't de-veil the devil, break that word down, de-veil. Pull it off. Show who they are. If you never call a thing, it will continue to do what it do. And that's the truth. So I call a thing a thing. I know all women don't carry divine feminine energy. Some don't want to. Some don't want to tap in. You know, like they say you have dormant DNA. Yeah, you have dormant energy within you. If you don't tap into the divine energy, if you choose your free will, which is to go on the lower vibration of things, that's your choice. But I must warn those who choose whatever they choose to choose that you don't get to choose for others. Meaning you don't get to step into other people's energy without permission and think that there are no consequences. So when you misrepresent yourself as a divine being and a false being, and then you come into someone's energy who is not false, and you are found out about, and you wonder how the hell did they figure that out? It's because divine walks with that person. Divine will allow you in for a certain amount of time, but divine will open their eyes to who you are. If you don't keep your peace, who will? Absolutely. And you know what's so funny is that my sis, she had a question at one of her, she had an event, and the question was, are you a type of person who likes to, do things just to keep the peace? You be with somebody and you be like, I'm not going to even say nothing. You just not saying nothing to keep the peace. But my question is always been, the peace for who? Because if I keep something in that I really want to know, or if I'm not saying something, the peace is not going to be peace with me. I'm trying to keep the peace for you. And again, that's self-sacrificing, people-pleasing to me. I feel like, forget that. I'd rather you carry the burden of me saying the truth or asking you the question and you not being able to answer it than me carry the burden of never even opening my mouth to say anything. Because you'll never know, and that is what breeds confusion. That is what starts the delusion. Yes, if you don't open your mouth, then people will play in your face. Now, ain't that crazy? Your mouth is on your face. But if you don't open your mouth, people will play in your face for sure. And even when you open your mouth, see what I realized, and Divine Feminine, let me know. But I realized that you already have the answer. When you start questioning if somebody playing in your face, you already know they playing in your face. What you're doing is you're questioning your own intuition. You're starting to try to build a doubt against yourself because you don't want to believe what you've already know. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure, because I know I used to do that. You know, I used to like the delusion. I like to live there because the reality hurt too much. The reality that this person might just be fucking with me for real, might be really just trying to hurt me, might really not be here for my best interest. That was too much of a reality because their mouth was saying something so beautiful. The lies, what they call them, a beautiful liar. We like the lies, right? No, we don't. We don't. Because what comes with not accepting the truth when you know it? Having to accept it later. And what comes with that? Years and years of pain, denial. Now you're not mad at them, you're mad at yourself. You're not even mad at the person. You could have just been mad at them and left their ass behind before when you knew they did what they did. But now it didn't elevate it past them. Now you're mad at yourself because you didn't even listen to yourself. Exactly. I used to put up with BS except for abuse. I hog-tied that fool for 9 hours, called the ambulance, then hit every bump on the way home. Well, damn! Okay. Listen, I definitely don't. See, okay, so let me say this. Abuse, that word abuse. What is it? Because, see, we don't realize that a lot of times we're being spiritually abused. We're being used for our spiritual energy. We're being mentally abused. Abuse isn't just physical sometimes. You know, manipulation is abuse. Lies is abuse. Anything that keeps you from being able to use your free will is abuse. You can kidnap someone's soul, just like you can kidnap someone's body. You can coerce them into something that they didn't have a clue about. That is abuse. Again, I call a thing a thing. There's a lot of covert narcissists and people walking around with all kinds of mental health issues out here acting like they're normal in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood outfits, and full-fledged demons playing a role. But if we don't call it out, the next person is going to fall for the next thing, the same thing over and over again. And this is another thing, before I close, because I didn't plan on being here this long, but I do appreciate y'all. Please, Divine Feminine, love yourselves, but do not become a flying monkey or involved in triangulation of any sort with family, friends, lovers, anyone. Do not let people use you, because Divine Feminine energy is always being used to make other people jealous. You'll be getting in situations where people don't even truly love you. They will use you just to make other people jealous. So now they're triangulating you with other people. And now your life is falling apart because, again, you didn't use your discernment. A lot of times it's truly that we didn't use our discernment. We didn't trust our intuition about that person. We see them for who they are. Trust yourself. It's truly what the message is for today. Trust yourself. Know yourself so you can trust yourself. Because ain't nobody in this world going to tell you the full truth like yourself will. Yourself, and listen, I say this because divine is within you. And when they say God will never put more on you than you can bear, that is true. But sometimes we don't get to know everything at once because it's too much to bear. So if you trust yourself and you listen to divine, and you step back when it's time to step back out of situations, and you step up when it's time to step up, and you speak and you call a thing, this is how we change the world. We stop accepting it as a community. We start calling a thing. We stop allowing it to have safe harbor in our homes. We stop being the flying monkeys. We stop looking at people in our families who we know are bad people, who we know are rapists or who are manipulators or not, whatever they are. You know, because they've been hiding in our families for years, uncles and aunts and people who for years. We've been learning the secrecy of keeping bad people just a secret, but not realizing how much damage it does to others when you don't call a thing or speak out. Had someone told me about the narc that I met before I met him, because I'm plenty of people who have been hurt by him, but they didn't ever open their mouths. You know why? Because people are afraid. Because people don't believe that it is what it is, but it is what it is, so call it what it is. I am not afraid. I speak up. I don't want anyone to ever experience what I had to experience. If someone ever asks me specifically, I will tell you. But do I walk around? Yeah, no. Go watch Sleeping with the Enemy. Put your 2 and 2 together. Start to figure it out. There are people out here truly that are not here for your highest good. If you don't protect yourself, nobody else will. But once you protect yourself and you learn that lesson, teach someone else. Because not everyone has the eyes to see like you do. Not everyone is going to awaken to it like you do. A lot of people have lost their lives to people close to them who did not have their best interests in mind. Those people who go on those trips with their friends and never come home. And then the people around them say, well, girl, yeah, I had people around me say, well, we was just wondering, well, why you didn't say nothing if you was wondering, if you was my friend, why you didn't say nothing? Question them. Were you just waiting for me to fall? My friends will speak up. My friends see something bad, they gonna tell me. They see something ain't right, they gonna tell me. They don't care if I'm gonna get mad about it. They know that they're my friend. If I trust you and I call you my friend, I trust that you got my best interest at heart. If you're my friend and you say you saw something in somebody, but you just let me ride it out, that'll be the last conversation y'all ass have with me. And that's the real. So I'm a Taurus bull. He couldn't mentally abuse me, so he tried to physically and fuck around and found out. My New Jersey lieutenant, state trooper father brought me up to take men down as well. Absolutely. Listen, don't put your hands on me. Don't put your words on me. Don't cast no spells on me. Don't do none of that. Because guess what? If I don't got the protection in the physical, if you don't see it in the physical, baby, it's showing up in the spiritual. And I will tell you, if you touch a divine feminine, if you touch the anointed, if you touch divine's anointed, there are consequences. Again, divine feminine, once you step into your power, you stop protecting the punks. Your energy has protection on it. Anybody around you gets that protection. Your friends, your family, your lovers, even if they bad people. It's like you're in a car and Divine has a bomb and he wants to blow the car up, but you're sitting in the car with the person and Divine's not going to blow you up. So now Divine has to see you walk away before that person can actually feel the consequences of their actions. So you have to wake up first. You have to see it first. That's why ain't nobody going to come in and save you. You got to save yourself. Soon as you recognize, soon as you step away, you'll see it. And you don't even have to see it. You don't even want to see it, do you? No, we don't. Because we wish the best for people, even for people who hurt us. But Divine sees it all, and Divine knows what everybody deserves. And we should all be getting what we deserve. And a lot of times, Divine Feminine, we put ourselves into situations where we're getting less than what we deserve. And when you settle for less, you end up with less than what you settled for. Don't settle. In life, for anything. I know people It's funny. I was in this job program a long time ago, and the lady, she used to think I was so cocky, but I'm like, no, I don't settle. So you want me just to get a job, just say I got a job, but I'm not doing that, because going to work every day is your energy. Why would I just go somewhere every day and just do that just to say I'm doing it, or just so I can have some? No, I'm going to be specific about what I want. And I'm gonna wait for what I want to come in. In the meantime, I might do a little something, something, but I'm definitely not gonna wholly commit to anything. And that should be the same about anything in your life. If it's not what you want, do not commit to that. Do not commit to a half-ass man or a half-ass woman or a half-ass job or a half-ass anything. If it ain't coming correct, fully, and you trust that this is what you want, don't go for it. If there's any little inkling that tells you don't do it, don't do it. Why are you fighting yourself? True, that's true. When he died of a so-called overdose with 14 different drugs in his system, I was attacked spiritually so bad. I had to have a priest cleanse my house, and I moved to another state. Listen, that spiritual warfare is real. Spiritual warfare is real. If you think that the 3D is real and the spirit is not, please click off. This is not the podcast for you. No, because I'm gonna sound crazy to you. So it's no, yeah. Go ahead, leave, please, because it's not gonna make sense to you. If you don't realize that everything happens in the spirit first, and this is just an experience based on what is going on in the spirit. So when people do things to you on a spiritual level, and some of these people are spiritually attacking you, that things will start to show up on the 3D level. People will come up with diseases and sicknesses. They don't know where they came from. They don't know where it's coming, because dis-ease. What is a disease? Your body is now at dis-ease. A lot of times people carry a lot of guilt and shame, and after you carry that for so long, what do you think is going to manifest that in the body? When you do negative things to people, it don't always manifest as the same thing that you did. It may manifest in another way, but it will show up. Especially when you touch an anointed being. Divine feminine, you are anointed. You are anointed. You are anointed. Don't let anyone tell you anything differently. There is a reason you have that heart. It is a reason you can love that deep. It is a reason that you care so much. You are anointed. Carry yourself as such. You are royalty. Carry yourself as if you are royalty, as if your crown is on your head. You should never bend down. You should never be bowing. You should never be slumped over, because your crown will slip off and someone will snatch it up. Oh, it's real. My new husband saw bleach being thrown on me. There were spots on the wooden floor. 2 days prior to the chair in our living room was moving. He made a joke that it was my ex, and look. Listen, it's real. Spirits are real. Energy is real. It's only because we only use these 5 senses that we can't sense it, but a lot of us can sense it. We have the clairs. There are so more. There's a lot of clairs. Some of us can smell things. Some of us can hear things. Some of us can see things. It's not schizophrenia. It's not a mental illness. You have a gift. But a lot of us, we have not tapped into our gifts. So we don't see and know that these things are around. But at least be aware that it is real. People will evil eye you. They will send negative energy towards you. There are people that are full-fledged in cults and covenants, and then there are people that just slander you because they're sitting around gossiping. It is all the same. A spell is a spell is a spell. If you call it a spell or not, it's still a spell. Thank you. Says, thank you for creating such a peaceful space. My God bless you and everyone here with peace and strength. And if anyone ever needs a place to rest, you're always welcome in my community. Thank you very much. We really, truly appreciate that. Thank you. And yes, this is, you said you wasn't a believer at first. Listen, it usually takes experience to become a believer. You're no longer a believer. You're a knower now. You didn't have to be a believer. Spirit said, oh, you don't believe? Let me show you, right? And that's what happens. And a lot of times, because you are the leader of your community, because you are the spiritual leader, because you are being groomed to teach others, you will experience things that maybe others won't, or more extreme than they did, but it's so that you can help others get through. Because as powerful as you are, we are not all created the same. And some of us don't carry our power in the same ways. So sometimes people will need to hear your story just so they don't have to go through your story. And sometimes you have to go through your story so that you can speak that so someone else doesn't have to go through it. It's a sacrifice that we make as divine beings. And I talk about that on the chosen and the fallen. Because being chosen means that you choose. You choose to take the high road, and divine watches you every single time. When you are chosen by divine for a mission, it is because you have shown that you are ready for this mission. That means that you, no matter what comes at you, you're always going to take the high road. Even in the lowest of times, you're going to always step up and take the high road. That's what a chosen does. That's what it means to be chosen. You choose yourself. You choose your higher self. Even though you're down here with free will, somebody need to find free will and unfree him, okay? You down here with free will, you still choose your higher self. So when people say, oh, the word's chosen and this and that, and no, you feel offended because you're not choosing yourself. Don't be mad at me. Choose yourself, and then you're chosen. So now you're not offended by the word. See, when it doesn't fit them, it's a problem. But the problem is only because you are not fitting into your higher self. You're not stepping into your calling. Oh, I could go on all day. I'm not. I have things I have to get out this house, y'all. I love y'all. I thank you so much for tapping in today. Truly, Divine Feminine, this message was for you, but it honestly was for anyone who carries the energy, the spark, who is connected to divine and knows that they are a divine being. Do not let this world tear you down. Do not let this world try to define you and take off every mask that it hands to you, hand it right back. You are fine just the way you are. There's nothing to cover up. There's nothing to hide. Matter of fact, you're going to need to be more naked over time. You're going to be more exposed because people are going to want to start knowing. And guess who knows? You do. And if you don't know now, you will. I know my college football star nephew who was murdered at his room door in 2022 in West Virginia saved me. I was his second mother, saw his ghost, and it's the only time he came to me. Listen, absolutely. My mother saved me. My mother passed away in 2021, and her energy has been, my mother has done more, and I love my mother. This is my mother. If you go and look at the mother show, that's my mother. And my mother has done so much more for me in the spirit than she has ever been able to do for me in the physical. And when I say my ancestors don't play about me, I would say ask my enemies, but I don't even know if they can speak right now. I'm just saying, don't play. Don't play with certain people. Because divine gives us a certain amount of energy because we have a tribe to impact. That means we have a bigger mission than playing games with people that's playing games. We have a bigger mission in this world. We have a bigger mission to keep the light going, to keep the darkness from taking over. And so we're going to do it by any means necessary. A chosen will never give up. In the darkest of times, we will never give up. Yes. Now you done broke that down. I love it. Okay. Well, thank you for tapping in today. Again, you guys, I appreciate you for tapping in. Let me go back up real quick in these comments. I'm glad I found your channel. Prayers to your mother. Thank you so much. I'm glad you found me too. I resonate with you so much. Thank you for tapping in. And I wish you nothing but the best in the future. I really do. I hope you hit that notification bell and tap in with us. Again, we'll be back on. I'll be back here for Master Mondays. We'll be featuring Dolores Cannon, one of my favorites. And we'll be talking about, the soulless beings. Not everything carries a soul. So we'll talk about that another day. Hey, Eva X, how you doing, sis? I sent you a message about Pronoia Poetry. Hit me up, okay? Yes, you enjoy your day as well. I love you guys. I truly do. And I really appreciate your support. We continue to grow here, and this space is for starseeds. Normally, starseeds just seem to find us because that's how it's divinely aligned. So thank you for coming here. Thank you so much for tapping in. And again, hit that notification bell so you know when we are live. I am back here on Monday for Master Mondays. And also follow me on Instagram. I put out a reel in the beginning of the month with all of the show lineup. We have a big show lined up for August. Our season ends in November. And we'll be back in March of next year. So make sure you're tapped in. There's so much going on in Pronoia. So this is a university of learning about ourselves and tapping into ourselves. So thank you so much, Starseeds. And if you don't know, Pronoia means that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, no matter what. So don't let this world confuse you, Divine. Know that Divine is always with you because you are with Divine. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't let nobody bring you down. Peace, Starseeds.
It's a palate cleanser. Hey, when it comes to evolving, I'm an advocate. I learned how to have peace by not having it. Sometimes you gotta lose everything just to find everything. They tried to throw me off, I came back like a boomerang. Now they all admire how I outlast through the pain. Now they all drawn to my art, see this the way I paint. My whole life a canvas, built my own brand, they can't brand us. On high levels, they can't overstand us. Now these ain't bars, these stanzas. Sonnets and haikus, broke generational curses and cycles. Just got my mama out the hood and I ain't finished. I'ma liberate my lineage, gotta elevate the children. Boy, I'm out here building this brick by brick. The snowfall, I still stick to the script. When it's sticky, I trust God, but the 4-5 still stick to the hip. But I choose peace over violence, serenity over sirens. Say they own demon timing, but God timing make your clock out if you're wildin'. I wanna change, so I change my environment. Channel my greatness, they can't turn me off. My loft got an island, now I'm on the island in the loft, solo tripping. Spending time by the water, getting deep, solo dipping. I'm at peace now, told my youth to put their guns down and put their hands up. You help pull their minds up, then they'll pull their pants up. My flow guaranteed to make the elders stand up. This right here make my young niggas put his hands up. He's about to crash out, I made him switch his plans up. Told him don't crash out, cause God got a plan for him. God got a plan for him. God got a plan for him. I told him don't crash out cause God got a plan for him. But who praying for him? The streets been praying on him since 21, so he turned to a savage. I was tired of living average, had to activate my genius. Started controlling my penis, will never sell my soul, I'd rather sell out arenas. Said she needs space, so I nicknamed her Venus. Told my big sis don't let no lame get between us. He lucky I matured, his life in jeopardy. If I gave my bloods the word, I gotta let her be. Can't go and jeopardize my legacy. The promised land I'll never see. If I don't listen to God, I put my ear up to heaven like I'm listening, God. Tryna vent chill, my spirit need conditioning, God. Tryna heal, but this world just so sickening, God. Yeah, this little light of mine, I heard flickering, God. I need a recharge before I catch a battery. Help me realize my demons need some mastery, yeah. Had to go and switch up my strategy, yeah. The other day deleted pictures out my gallery, even the hidden ones. Time to burst some new fruit and stop eating forbidden ones. When I feel depleted, I let God restore me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out cause God got a plan for me. I can't crash out.
Do you know who you are? Do you know where you've been? My friends, we belong to the stars and we blow with the wind. Amen. I've seen the mountains, I've counted the raindrops.
They say that I should just get over it, but I'm openly emotional cause closed mouths don't ever get fed. And I've been starving for some help for all this arbitrary sadness circling the patterns of my heavy head. And that shit ain't new. Ways of blue been aimed at these genes since way before Wranglers. Anger's raged through generations. And it seems like angels don't sing with us anymore, so we've been forced to wait out storms and love to delay our celebration. Don't you ever tell me to be calm. I'm the spawn of tobacco sharecroppers, prisoners of Virginia farm, who work their arms, backs, and fingers to the gristle while the landowners pay the pittance for all the heavy lifting done. We come from places, man, where 12-year-old old black girls can't even name a rapist fan. And if she ever did, they throw her family off the acres and send a burning cross from a mob of hooded faces. Damn, that must have been when Nana's mind had a nervous break and Granddad passing church after passing collection plates. This story comes to me like second nature, cause I've been hearing about our pain and glory since I was a young and 7 to 8. Despite that we knew love more deeply than any other feeling. That's why I keep on busting through when I reach and touch the ceiling. When I say I'm the best, I'm not expecting approval or clearance. I'm just hoping the rest of you see the connection between truthful and healing. I'm just hoping the rest of you see the connection between truthful and healing. I'm just hoping the rest of you see the connection between truthful and healing. Healing, 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 healing.
I'm too rich to be broke. Till my bank account, it better catch up to my soul. Manifested through the pain, take back what I own. Every time I'm on the track, my tongue gon' speak gold. Nigga, royalty, I just landed on earth, yeah. Chose a body, skin color like the dirt, yeah. And if I put my hand on it, it'll work, yeah. Everything I touch is gold, nigga, royalty, yeah. I'm abundant in my soul. Royal from my head to my pinky toes. Every time I check the bank, it overflows. I withdraw and it just send me back more, nigga. Royalty.
See, if I touch it, it's gon' prosper, there's no other option. Got so much power from the source, I'm about to blow the socket. They say I'm so different, I'm from another dimension. So much God in my genes, you think I'm rocking true religion. Not to mention holiness inside my breath, the spirit speaks when I be spitting. Abundance can't live without me, man, I think we codependent is written. God in the body of a beast, why you think I got dominion everywhere I lay my feet? With a pedicure too, cause I breathe excellence. Walking around smelling godly, so that means I'm heaven sent, yeah. Royalty is all they see when I come around. I'm just a queen who chose to wear her crown.
I'm too rich to be broke till my bank account, it better catch up to my soul. Manifesting through the pain, take back what I own. Every time I'm on the track, my tongue gon' speak gold, nigga. Royalty, I just landed on earth, yeah. Chose a body, skin color like the dirt, yeah. And if I put my hand on it, it'll work, yeah. Everything I touch is gold, nigga. Royalty, yeah. I'm abundant in my soul. Royal from my head to my pinky toes. Every time I check the bank, it overflows. I withdraw and it just send me back more, nigga. Royalty.
First, you suffer, then you awaken, and only then do you begin to ascend. Strange, isn't it? That pain is not a punishment, but a summons, a knock on the inner door that says, wake up, not to the world, but to yourself. You see, suffering shakes the foundation of who you think you are, so that you may discover who you truly are. And when that veil lifts, something extraordinary happens. You stop identifying with the wound and begin identifying with the witness. This is awakening. From here, ascension isn't about floating off into the clouds. It's about returning fully to the present, unburdened by the past, undistracted by illusion, unmoved by the ego's hunger for control. You begin to live as the soul, not the story, and you realize the pain didn't break you. It built the staircase. And now, you're rising.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.